Welcome to Story Spectrum. Ever turned on a faucet and marveled at the clean water flowing out? Or flushed a toilet and watched waste just disappear? It feels like modern magic, but the story behind it is an epic tale stretching back thousands of years. It's the story of plumbing, the unsung hero of civilization, and it's far more exciting than you might think. From ancient palaces with luxurious baths to the sprawling sewer systems beneath our cities, this is the history of how humanity tamed water. Let's rewind the clock about 6,000 years to ancient Mesopotamia, the cradle of civilization. Here, in cities like Babylon, archaeologists found the earliest evidence of plumbing, clay pipes designed to drain wastewater from palaces. But the real plumbing pioneers were the Minoans on the island of Crete. Around 1700 BC, the Palace of Knossos wasn't just a maze for a minotaur. It was a marvel of engineering. It had terracotta pipes for sanitation, and even the world's first known flushing toilet, a simple channel of water that could be released to wash waste away. Imagine a flushing toilet almost 4,000 years ago. The ancient Egyptians also understood the power of water. They developed sophisticated irrigation systems for their crops, but they also used copper pipes in their temples to carry water for rituals and daily use. They knew how to control water, not just for survival, but for building their monumental society. But when you think of ancient plumbing, one empire stands above all: Rome. The Romans were the undisputed masters of water management. Their aqueducts are legendary. Stone superhighways that carried fresh water for dozens of miles across valleys and plains, all powered by gravity. These weren't just for show. They supplied a massive city with over 1 million people. The water flowed into public fountains, grand bathhouses, and even the homes of the wealthy. The Roman baths, or thermae, were incredible social hubs. They had hot, warm, and cold pools, all fed by this constant supply of fresh water. And what about the wastewater? The Romans had that covered too. Their magnum opus was the Cloaca Maxima, the greatest sewer. Initially an open drain, it was eventually covered and became a complex network of tunnels beneath the city, carrying waste and stormwater into the Tiber River. This system was so well built that parts of it are still in use today. The Romans understood something crucial. To build a great city, you need to bring clean water in and get dirty water out. Their plumbing wasn't just a convenience. It was the foundation of their urban life and public health. Then the Roman Empire fell. And with it, 1,000 years of plumbing knowledge seemed to vanish. During the Middle Ages in Europe, sanitation took a massive step backward. The grand aqueducts crumbled, the sewer systems were forgotten, and cities became incredibly unsanitary. People would throw their waste directly into the streets. Rivers that once provided clean water became open sewers. This lack of hygiene had devastating consequences. Diseases like cholera and typhoid ran rampant, and the Black Death, spread by fleas on rats that thrived in the filth, wiped out a huge portion of Europe's population. It was a dark, smelly, and dangerous time to be alive, a stark reminder of what happens when plumbing is neglected. Castles had so-called garderobes, which were basically toilets that emptied straight down the castle wall into the moat. Not exactly pleasant. But slowly, the light of reason and innovation began to shine again during the Renaissance. Leonardo da Vinci, a true genius, sketched designs for improved water systems in Milan. However, the real turning point came in 1596 when Sir John Harington, a godson of Queen Elizabeth I, invented a flushing toilet called the Ajax. It had a cistern to hold water and a valve to release it, washing the bowl clean. He even installed one for the Queen, but the idea didn't catch on. It was seen as a novelty, an expensive toy, and it would take another 200 years for the flushing toilet to become more common. The 18th and 19th centuries brought the Industrial Revolution, and with it, massive, overcrowded cities. The old problems of sanitation returned with a vengeance. London, for example, suffered from what was called the Great Stink in 1858. The River Thames, which was both the main source of drinking water and the city's primary sewer, became so foul in the summer heat that the stench was unbearable. Parliament even considered abandoning the city. This crisis forced a solution. Enter Joseph Bazalgette, a brilliant engineer who became London's savior. He designed and oversaw the construction of a revolutionary new sewer system. It was an enormous network of over 1,000 miles of interconnecting tunnels that intercepted the city's waste before it could reach the Thames. Instead, it was channeled downstream and released into the sea during the outgoing tide. This monumental project dramatically improved public health, virtually eliminating cholera and setting the standard for modern urban sanitation. Cities around the world, like Paris and Hamburg, soon followed suit, building their own modern sewer networks. At the same time, innovations in materials were changing the game. Lead pipes, which had been used since Roman times, were discovered to be toxic. So cast iron, and later copper and galvanized steel, became the new standards for durable, safer water pipes. The invention of the S-trap by Alexander Cumming in 1775 was another small but crucial development. This simple bend in the pipe under a sink or toilet traps a small amount of water, creating a seal that prevents foul-smelling sewer gases from entering the home. If you look under your sink, you'll see one today. It's simple, but it makes our homes livable. The 20th century saw plumbing become a standard feature in every home. Mass production made toilets, sinks, and bathtubs affordable for the average family. Water heaters gave us the luxury of hot showers on demand. Building codes were established to ensure that all plumbing was installed safely and effectively. We developed massive water treatment plants that use a combination of filtration and chemical processes to purify our water, making it safe to drink straight from the tap. And wastewater treatment plants were built to clean our sewage before returning it to the environment, protecting our rivers and oceans. Today, plumbing is more sophisticated than ever. We have low-flow toilets and shower heads that conserve water, instant hot water dispensers, and smart systems that can detect leaks and shut off the water automatically. Materials like PEXA flexible plastic tubing have made installation easier and more reliable than ever. Plumbing is no longer just about survival. It's about comfort, efficiency, and sustainability. We are constantly innovating, finding new ways to manage our most precious resource. From clay pipes in ancient Mesopotamia to the smart systems in our homes today, the history of plumbing is the story of human ingenuity. It's a battle against filth, a quest for health, and a testament to our ability to shape our environment for the better. It's a system we rely on every single day, yet often take for granted. So the next time you turn on the tap, take a moment to appreciate the thousands of years of history, struggle, and genius flowing through those pipes. It's a story that's still being written as we face new challenges like water scarcity and climate change, forcing us to innovate once again. The silent, hidden network of pipes beneath our feet is one of the greatest achievements of our civilization. Like, subscribe, and see you in another story.